Happy day, everyone. We have another amazing episode for you today. I am cooking. But first, let us introduce ourselves. I am Shalene,
And I'm Dale,
and this is
the
The
faithful
Faithful Dish.
dish.
So today, as promised, I'm sharing a recipe. This is the Butternut Chickpea Fritters. Right? I tried these before and they are good. So I'm sharing this with you today, and I hope that you try this as well. And if you do, let me know or let us know how you like it. The recipe is very simple and calls for 5 basic ingredients. I'm starting with the chickpea flour. So I am adding a half cup of chickpea flour. Next, I am adding a half cup of spring water. This next step was actually supposed to be the last step. You're supposed to fold in the butternut squash, but I added a cup of butternut squash to my mixture. Next, I am adding a half a teaspoon of sea salt. The recipe calls for a whole teaspoon of sea salt, but that was too much for me the first time I made it, so I just have a half teaspoon of sea salt. Now I'm adding a few ingredients that is not a part of the recipe. I'm adding a little bit of onion powder, and as you can see, I did not measure it. When I was taught to cook, my mother did not measure things, and that is the way I do it when I add my special things to my recipes. Now I'm adding some dry rosemary, and I am also adding some dried basil. The recipe does call to add an eighth of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, but I decided not to put it in this batch. So I'm whisking all of that together. And I'm going to put that to the side and begin to make my ranch dressing. The ranch dressing has a few more ingredients than the fritters, but it's still very simple to make. So it calls for a half a cup of tahini sauce, and a quarter cup of spring water. You may find that this is not enough spring water once you start to mix it together, and you can always add more as you mix it. Next, I'm adding 2 teaspoons of key lime juice. The recipe calls for lime juice, but I had key lime juice, so I'm substituting that for the lime juice. gonna chop up some dill. Like I said, don't judge my chopping. That's my deal. I'm sticking to it. I am adding 2 teaspoons of dill. And next I am going to add 2 teaspoons of onion powder. I'm now adding 1 teaspoon of ginger, and finally adding a half teaspoon of sea salt. I am now whisking all of that together, and then I'm going to set it to the side until I'm finished making the fritters. Now I'm adding grapeseed oil to my pan, and I will add enough to coat the bottom of the pan. All right, it is time to make the fritters. So I'm just going to drop a small amount into my heat. And you want these to get a little golden brown before you flip them over. I'm going to give it another minute or so, and then I will flip them. Okay, ready for the flip. Oop. Oop. Third time is the charm. There we go. These are looking good. All right, these are done. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. In the dish that I'm going to place them in, I just put some paper towel to soak up some of the excess oil. I'm going to begin to plate. So I have my ranch sauce. I'm going to sprinkle a little dill on top. And for my fritters, I'm just going to take off a few of the edges. So here you have it, the butternut chickpea fritters and ranch dipping sauce. Okay, bon appetit. It's time to say goodbye for now. And as our time comes to an end, we would like to thank you for joining us today.
So please like this episode and share in the comments about how you like the butternut chickpea fritters if you decide to make them.
Yeah. We would like to thank all of you who have subscribed. Thank you. And if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so now. What are you waiting for? But also hit that notification bell so that you will always be notified when we upload an episode or if we go live.
So thank you once again for joining us.
I am Shalene.
And I'm Dale.
And you've been watching
The Faithful Dish.
Bye. I have to say happy birthday to my husband. Today is his birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Aww.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome. So say happy birthday to him. Thank you.
Thank you.